Hey guys, and welcome back to Breakdown. Is colder than a dog's nipple in December. And we're going to talk about WWE Crown Jewel. Now, I know a lot of the hubbub that's been about Crown Jewel. And if you're not in the wrestling community, you really don't know what's going on with it. Some people were against it. It's because of political reasons and things going on. I think it was a bunch of bullshit. Like, it's fucking wrestling, okay? Either watch it or don't watch it. Just stop watching it completely, okay? But whatever the reason was, Crown Jewel just wasn't the greatest pay-per-view of all time. Now, I didn't watch it all. I watched a little bit of it. I want to watch the rest of it just to see, how everything played out and how it all came to be. Because it kind of seems it was a little bit interesting, but it wasn't like... I don't want to say it wasn't kayfabe, because it was. They kind of took another fork down the road, it kind of went down a fork and was being played out, some other stories going on that really weren't the case before Crown Jewel. So, I don't know. Let's talk about the big news ahead. Brock Lesnar has the damn Universal Championship again. Why? I have no idea. This is so annoying. Why would they put the belt back on Brock Lesnar? The only thing that I can see is that they're going to have Braun take the title at WrestleMania. Why? Why do we have to wait till WrestleMania to have Brock lose the championship? Every single year, this has been the case for the past few years. I don't understand. I don't understand why they think Brock, I don't know if they just know he wants a payday, and the only way to do that is to make him champion and make him go into WrestleMania. It seems like every year he's champion going into WrestleMania. I would love to see Brock fight before WrestleMania, but I don't think that's going to happen. The Rumble's in January, right? I think. But we got AJ versus Brock at Survivor Series. I'm not excited for that. I'm not, because I don't have faith in WWE's booking. They're not going to have AJ go over. Brock is going to win that match. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be a repeat of last year. It's not going to be compelling. I wouldn't have wanted to see Braun either. But I do think that the world title should not be champion versus champion at Survivor Series. That should be the one title. Unless it's something interesting. But if not, find a way to go through that. Now, what I would like to see, honestly, is to have somebody from SmackDown challenge the Raw World Champion and vice versa. So let's say Baron Corbin still has beef with AJ Styles. Baron Corbin could challenge AJ Styles for the World Championship. Maybe they have a match thing for it or whatever. And then, on the other side, I don't know who would challenge Brock if I was going to do it. I don't know who I would have face Brock. Maybe Rusev. Maybe play that storyline up. I mean, the titles aren't going to change hands. So it wouldn't be, you wouldn't be seeing, Nakamura take on Brock Lesnar. That wouldn't happen. Because Nakamura most likely will take on, it'll be Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. Holy shit. That's exciting. I want to see that match. Please don't drop the title beforehand. But it kind of makes me think it's going to end up being Dolph getting the title back before Survivor Series. I don't want to see that. Please do not give us... I'm telling you right now, there is a part of me that if they end up... Okay, Brock and AJ, I'm not interested. I'm not interested because I know the outcome. We know Brock is not going to lose to AJ Styles. It's not going to happen. Not believable. Brock would say that. Probably AJ would say that. But ultimately, it doesn't matter if it's believable. AJ is one of the best wrestlers in the world. He should be able to take down Brock. He came awful damn close last time. Maybe Brock will lay down for AJ. Maybe he'll get the win over him. I don't know. But with that match already set, if we get Dolph Ziggler versus Nakamura, oh my God, no. And the reason why I say that, and people will get this, is because in the World Cup, Dolph Ziggler beat Seth Rollins in the semifinals, so I'm sure he'll use that to get a rematch against the Intercontinental Championship. Also, the tag team champions are Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Now, this is what I see happening. To make it interesting, they make them wrestle. Either that, or if Dean doesn't show up, then he'll have to have a partner. But I guarantee you, Dean will be like, I'll be there. Just to mess with Seth. And, you know, the history that they have with the bar, I think. But it's just crazy, you know, that Dean's this ultra heel right now, and he's not the Ciampa level. But I think, like, within a couple months, we may see something like that. The Crown Jewel. Shane McMahon winning the World Cup, waste of time. Really dumb. Don't know if the injury is legit to Miz, but if it is, hopefully it gets better. Get back. I don't know what his story is going forward. I don't know what Daniel Bryan has in store at Survivor Series. I have no idea what's in store for anybody at Survivor Series. I honestly, I like the brand warfare, okay? But this is what I want to see. The championship matches that we want to see. We don't want to see AJ versus Brock. Who wants to fucking see that? We've seen it last year, and they're not going to do it the way we want it to. Tag Team Championship, that's the one match I think would be interesting, because we don't know what's going to happen. And if they end up booking Seth and Dean to face the Bar, that would be interesting. But ultimately, I think that they should just have, like, if they're going to have Nakamura versus Seth, awesome, great. We want to see that. But if it ends up being Nakamura and Ziggler, I'm not interested. I'll be turning it off halfway through pay-per-view. Charlotte or Becky versus Ronda, I'm excited for that. But the other ones, as far as the other ones go, oh, and honestly, they should throw in the Cruiserweight Championship with the mid-belts. Because there's no other mid-belts for the Cruiserweight. They should throw in the Cruiserweight Championship into the mix, because they're really not a part of any. Technically, they're part of Raw, but they're not really a part of the brand, to be completely honest. And if they want to go as far as to say, well, Seth can't wrestle, that's why I kind of think that Jason Jordan's going to come back, and he's going to end up being a part, because Dean won't show up to compete. He won't compete with Seth Rollins, tag team titles. I even think that they may lose the belts to somebody and then get the belts back by Survivor Series. Or he may just challenge, or somebody might just challenge him for the tag titles before Survivor Series and take on the Bar. Be kind of cool if we've seen a revival, but it may be Authors of Pain, and that would be a brutal match to see, you know, go head-to-head with them. What was I going to say about... Oh, but really, it'd be interesting, because right now, who is it? The one guy? To have Nakamura versus Seth Rollins versus Buddy... What's his name? I forget. Whoever the Cruiserweight Champion is. I forget. I'm blanking on the name right now. Wes and Blake. Wasn't it? Right? Blake Murphy? Buddy Murphy? There you go, Buddy Murphy. So if we had Nakamura versus Buddy Murphy, I think that'd be an interesting match. You know, even to say that Seth can't compete, they have Buddy Murphy take on Nakamura instead. I think that would be an amazing match. I think they've wrestled. I think that might have been, was that Nakamura's first match? Maybe it was Wesley Blake. Maybe it was his tag partner that took him on. But I thought one of them, before they changed gimmicks, it was Blake or whatever that took on Nakamura in the first match. It may have been Buddy Murphy. And if it is, hey, that's a good throwback, and they can actually mention that they actually wrestled each other in Nakamura's debut. That'd be kind of neat. And, you know, I mean, I know Buddy Murphy's not going to go over Nakamura, but I mean, I think it would be an interesting match. You know, some people may doubt it, but I mean, if Seth is still tag champion, which I doubt it's going to happen, I doubt. But I doubt Seth's going to lose both belts. But I can see him losing the IC belt and maybe keeping the tag belt. Because this kind of keeps the tag scene interesting on Raw. But I can see Jason Jordan and him. I can just see him screwing over and him keep the Intercontinental title though anyway. That'd be cool, have a triple threat match. But that really, like I said, I would really like the matches that are kind of cool, that's great. All the other matches, I want to see Survivor Series matches. I want to see, literally, this is what I want to see. I want to see both the world titles defended at Survivor Series. I want to see any other cool matches Maybe you have the fans vote on them. Legitimate fans. On which champion versus champion match they want to see. And then, outside of that, then has Survivor Series match. And the winner, the sole survivors, at the end are in a, one-on-everyone match. And the winner gets a shot at whatever title they want. And that would be amazing. I mean, just think about that. If the New Day were the sole survivors, they say, oh, of course, we want a tag shot at SmackDown Championships, Tag Team Championships. Or, if, let's say, Cedric Alexander wins, he could say, I want a shot at the Intercontinental Championship on Monday Night Raw. And he gets called up to the main Raw show. That would be interesting. Let's say Braun Strowman wins Soul Survivor. He says, I want a shot at Brock Lesnar at whatever, Night of Champions, whatever the hell pay-per-view is called. I was trying to pay-per-views, they like move them around so much. Anyways, I don't have much else to talk about Crown Jewel. Survivor Series is coming. Crown Jewel, like I said, it was kind of some interesting matches. I thought the Rey Mysterio Randy Orton was kind of cool. It wasn't very long, but it was kind of cool, the first match. I think there's more to see with Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley. I would like to see that feud revisited at some point in time. I think that would be very, very interesting. Because that match didn't get enough time, I don't think, to do what they could do. And Leo Rush was out there. Oh, man, I was excited. As soon as I saw Leo Rush, man, I popped. I popped big. I was like, hell yeah, he's with them. And then he didn't even last very long. Like, what? He did take a curb stomp, so I'm like, you just do that? Let's just put this perception, okay? Or let's think about this for a second. Seth Rollins did a curb stomp on Bobby Lashley. Think about that. I guess if Seth's head was shaved, it'd be even worse. But anyway, Stone Cold Steve Austin with it. Anyway, we won't go there. But that's the worst thing I thought about. I'm like, did he just do what I thought he did to Bobby Lashley? It's like, holy crap. But yeah, The Miz and Jeff Hardy was awkward, very awkward. I'm excited to see I haven't seen everything. I don't know, the DX Redestruction. We don't need that. I'm sorry, but all four of those guys, like, unless you give me a program, a really good program, that's not what we got. They're done, dude. They're done. Hang them up. When Ric Flair was doing it, he could do it. But once you get to a certain age and you can't do what you used to do, it's rough. And Attitude Era is the roughest era, I think, of all time. And this is the reason why. They went all out. They were unhinged. They flipped. They did extreme stuff. They did everything imaginable. They even wrestled at the end of the Attitude Era and into the the Ruthless Aggression Era. And I mean, they tore at their bodies because they were still doing some kind of hardcore stuff during the Ruthless Aggression Era. They were being rough and kind of, I guess you would say, strong style, I think, to the effects. So time's passed. I don't think Triple H should do anything really. I would like to see him in a role like as a manager, because he can talk. He can talk. Some people have trouble with that. But yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoy my thoughts on the Survivor Series and Crown Jewel. I'm excited for Survivor Series, but I just have a feeling we're going to be a letdown again. Pay-per-views have been rough this year. Evolution was really good, and that's pretty bad considering it was all women, and they still outdid the women, the men's wrestlers. Even then, they still didn't give them enough time to do their matches. WWE, wake the hell up. Especially since news, before I end the video, that New Japan is looking to offer big money contracts to WWE talent. Think about that for a second, guys. New Japan is ready to poach the WWE. That's insanity. That's like WCW back in the day. Like looking at WWE going, Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed everything that I talked about. Let me know your thoughts down below about what I said, and about Crown Jewel, and about the upcoming Survivor Series. Later, keep rocking and keep watching wrestling. Later.